I have never and will never advocate people to go against the law. The law is the bulwark of a free society.
Male homosexuality is a crime in Britain,
rendering the offender liable to several years of imprisonment.
Democracy isn't a spectator sport.
Just like the suffragettes, all the black civil rights movement in America, we have to get a bit angry and confrontational. We've tried to play by the rules, it hasn't worked, now we're going to break the rules.
The park was safe. Stepping outside the park was a big fucking difference. Pre-Stonewall was cops. Cops, cops, cops. You always had to be watching your back.
Technically, they could arrest you for exhibiting homosexual behavior in public.
It didn't matter how many times they beat us up. It didn't matter how many times we'd go to jail. Get out of the hospital, get out of jail, and come right back to the same place again.
She wants to know how I feel.
I said, oh, wow, this is heaven. There's other people like me. There was a lot of transsexuals in this area. Tourists would come down in their double-decker buses taking pictures because we were all dressed outrageously. I started to grow here because I was free.
Tell her that I'm gay.
My best friend called me and told me, I found a gay bar and they allow you to dance with men.
People haven't told me.
That was the Stonewall.
It was always dark in there,
Tell her I'm
and it was always crowded.
All places that were frequented by gay people were much more diverse. There weren't many bars, and we were all under siege.
Disturbances around the Stonewall lasted for about 3 or 4 days. We came up with the idea of a Pride March. We called it the Christopher Street Liberation Day March. We envisioned that people would march out of the village to the daylight of Central Park, where we would have a big party, we would have political speeches, and we would be free.
We had to go single file so that we could elongate ourselves and look like this was a march. But what happened was, as we kept going, from the sidelines, from the streets, the people would join us. And they didn't notice right away, but it was growing.
In the earlier days, the lesbians and the gays, they never included transgender people.
I could not believe that all of us who were at those protests were ignored. We really didn't exist. We were a nuisance, an embarrassment. Marsha P. Johnson and Sylvia Ray Rivera planted the seeds that took so long to grow and take root. They were there in the front lines.
There was not a general understanding that our struggle needed to be much broader. The commitment to seeing the linkages of liberation as one, it would not be one for a very, very long time.
Now in the United Kingdom, we think we're one of the best countries in the world when it comes to LGBTQIA plus legal equality. But actually, here in Britain, we had the most anti-LGBTQIA laws of any country in 1999. How did that change?
Up until 1999, Britain had by volume the largest number of anti-LGBT plus laws of any country in the world, some of them dating back centuries. Yet by 2013, with the legalization of same-sex marriage, we had some of the best laws in the world. Sometimes when people in power refuse to listen, when they won't understand the case for equality and justice, you have to up the ante, and some people don't like it.
Peter, you've gone from being called, I remember, public enemy #1, somebody that really made people feel incredibly uncomfortable. And now you're looked at as being a national treasure or an example to us all. Have you changed, or has people's perception to you changed?